Let's talk about the list view in Android Studio. Even though it's considered a bit dated, and if you're trying to maximize performance, you should probably go with the recycler view, the list view is definitely still around. And if you're looking for a simple, straightforward way to organize your UI components, it might just be the tool you need. So let's get started by creating a new project. And I'll go with empty views activity. And let's give a name to our new project. Let's start with the UI at the XML file. And if we switch to the code view, we can see that by default it uses the constraint layout. So just for simplicity, let's change it to the linear layout. And let's set its orientation as vertical. Now, I want to have here three UI elements. The first one is going to be a text box in which the user will be able to enter some text. Beneath it, we'll have a button, and then we'll have the list view itself. The idea is that whenever the user clicks on the button, the text from the text box will be added to the list view. So let's start by removing the text view that we have here by default. And let's add a text box instead of it. I do want a hint. Next, let's place the button. And let's change the text of the button to Add to List. And the third UI component is going to be the list view itself. It can be found in the Legacy category. So let's drag it from here. And let's take a look at the code of our UI. Great. Let's move on to the code itself. To determine the items that will be shown in the list view, we need an array adapter. So let's create one. The first parameter is the context, to which I'll pass this. Next, we need a resource. So we can define something ourselves, but the simplest way is to use the built-in simple list item 1. The last parameter is the array itself. So let's define an array list. And let's use this array list as the third parameter to our array adapter. Next, we need to link our array adapter to the list view itself. And now that we have our array adapter in place, whenever we'll add a new string to our list item array list, our list view should update as well. Let's now add an on-click listener to the button. And whenever we click on the button, we want to get the text from the text box. So first, let's get the text box itself. And now let's extract the text from the text box. And if we got a string that is not empty, let's add it to our array list. One more thing we need to do is let the adapter know that the underlying array was changed, so it needs to update the UI accordingly. We do that by using the notify dataset changed method. And let's clear our text box for good measure. And if we run our application, we can see our text box here. And if we type in something and click on the button, we can see that it was added to the list view. So let's try adding something else. And we can see it on the list view as well.